Okay, good morning. It's Tony Hayes from Paranormal Investigation UK again, and today's date is the 12th of February, Friday the 12th, and we are today reviewing yet another piece of footage from the Cheshire investigation, which was this incredibly active day on the 23rd of January 2021. This was in the empty room again, a long-standing case in Chester, where the room had been incredibly quiet for a number of days and suddenly sprung into action. A period of around about 18 minutes. If you look at the pattern, that these are the reviews that we've done so far. These are the footages where we'd had not a single CCTV alarm for the previous 5 days. It started at 16:30, although I'm pretty confident that's just a general thud that alarmed, and then what we got then every few minutes was a huge amount of activity. It just sprung into life. I've been in this game for quite a long time. I've never actually seen anything like this before. It was every couple of minutes the CCTV alarm captured multiple, we're talking averaging 10. It's actually averaging more than 10. So we might be talking about anything between 200 to 300 unusual sounds within the space of 18 minutes. That's what we're working on. We're now at 1734, which is this particular one. It's got nothing written in yet because we haven't actually done this review. So what we're going to do is we're going to leave the volumes down. I'm actually going to listen watch I should say, for the visual front to back, just to make sure there's nothing in there. We're going to hear some banging as well. Okay, there's the first one. So there's stuff in the background. These are taking forever to do these. Capture this footage from this particular day. Norma can do between 4 and 5 today. I'm looking at the maximum number I've been able to do is 2. It's just so time consuming. You just hear there's all sorts of sounds going on. Nobody in the room. They weren't even close to it. Camera positions indicate there was no human in interaction, so there's another one. Okay, so nothing visual, so we can get rid of that. Let's go back to the beginning. I'm just going to bring up some in queue and the analyzer ready. Okay, I'm just going to select this area before that first bang, which is clearly that's the one there that's triggered the alarm system. Often what we're finding is before it, because the camera, once it gets an event, if it's a sound or a visual, it records 3 seconds before and 50 seconds after. It's this accidental catcher before, which sometimes stuff's been in there. I see what that can bring us, if anything. Now that is strange. What we're finding with this building, I see over recent times, is we have had some heat bangs, building settlement, that type of thing, due to the cooling down of the building when the heating's switched off, or the building heating up when the heating's switched on. It's switched on between 7:30 and goes off around 6:30 at night. What we see then about 9:30, 10 o'clock at night, the building begins to make noises, and what you get here is this huge spread of sound. If you on the cursor there, probably not as big, but anything from about 100 hertz all the way to about 3,000 hertz, and variations of the sounds reflecting. These unusual sounds, these are the raps, very distinct. Last year they were dealing between about 800 to 1,000 hertz, just a small tower of frequency, incredibly unusual because it's got no reverberation, particularly when we're dealing with an empty room such as that. What we're also finding is, we hear a sound and we try to, or your subconscious does tells you what it sounds like, and what I'm hearing here, it sounds like a voice, although it's not formulating words, yet the frequencies are still the same as the raps. So what we've actually done with this, we've actually got a separate a sort of a category called voice stroke rap, which is, as we can just show you, sounds like either rap or voice, and there's quite a high number. We've never had that before. It's always been rap, thud, bang, that type of thing. Got or very specifically a voice, because the frequency can dictate that. But we're not getting it now, particularly on this particular day. No idea. So, is that a voice? Let's just play that again. Difficult. If we take the frequency out, I don't think we're going to hear this. No, it just isn't there. So I'll actually mark that as like a voice rap type of thing. I can just about hear it through my headphones. Is it inside the room or outside? Difficult to tell really. But the cameras, although it will pick up things like a car outside, a loud car just outside driving away, if the exhaust is loud enough, police siren, it's picked up. People talking outside, no, I've not come across that one. So indications it should be within the room, or certainly within the building anyway. So okay, that's enough of that. So we'll now move to the rap, or I think it's a rap. Quite a spread of frequency that. Notice with the last one I did that when I'm dealing with stuff, it's say between 500 and 1100. There's quite a spread of frequency with this one. I'm going to mark it as a loud rap anyway, because I can make some notes on the written records that I'm keeping. At the moment, my rap signature theory is just that. It's a theory that these raps are in a particular frequency spectrum. I could be proved to be wrong with that, so I'll just put unsure, just to remind myself that Okay. Okay, take the loop off. Looking at this before, there was a fair few. There's two there. One at the end. So it has got a little bit going on. Let's see where this takes us now. I'm just going to get rid of this frequency there. We are tending to get a considerable amount of bass frequency bleed in this particular room. It's quite strange. Yeah, I can hear both of them through the headphones, so. The first one sounds strange. And the second one does sound like a low end frequency. What do you think? There's certainly a little rap there. The issue with this is obviously is that I think the frequencies are the same. Oh, I think they are. Okay. No, different. Okay. The way I'm going to work with this, I'm just going to mount one down as a low volume rap, and the other one is a possible voice rap. I'm just not sure the frequencies that do differ. I'm not taking a screenshot of them because I've got to amplify it to get a frequency fix. There's quite a lot going on in the first 10 seconds, and we've got 4 different sounds, which is, yeah. And the room should be quiet, you know. Okay, you can expect a little bit of movement now and again, but nothing like this. So, okay, let's turn it back up and go to the next one. Another one now. It sounds quite similar to the others, doesn't it? There's the first one, different. different. Yeah, I'll put that as the last two is too low reps. Very, very strange. It's natural that before you're going to be thinking that it's somehow connected. Okay. I'm not so sure with that. Yeah, I'm not going to record that. Just a reminder, this building's got multiple cameras, CCTV cameras monitoring outside the building, front and back. 2 cameras in this room, a camera on the stairway monitoring the stairs that could come up to the first floor. This is on first floor, and multiple cameras in other rooms. If anyone's in this building, we would know. So it wasn't the case, not this particular day anyway. So okay, let's move on. Just coming up now to a loud one. There was one before. Not showing up there. But certainly when amplified, it's coming up as another low volume wrap. That. Okay, I'm just going to turn that back to 0 because we've got a loud one coming up now. Yeah. I don't know if you agree, but as you're reviewing these footage, it's almost as if these noises begin to decrease in volume and otherwise power. You've got this very, very loud one at the beginning, then followed by like a depleted set of sounds, as if it's just beginning to die away over that minute that it's covering. Your thoughts on that one would be appreciated. So, okay. There we go. That's the old 800 to say 1200. Very Pacific tower of frequency. So that's definitely a loud rap. We'll take because there's no volume of any description on this. Normal volume, no amplification at all. This is wrap 2. Anyone that's been watching the Battersea Poltergeist case, which we've been running on the YouTube channel, keeping up our friends updated with that weekly series from BBC Sounds. This is what Battersea and most poltergeist cases put up with. The difference now is we've got the technology to be able to analyse the footage quite carefully, and that's quite important, because one of the problems they run into with Battersea is they start to suggest it was noises through ankles, that type of thing, people cracking bones. As you've seen, if you've followed this case since last May, we can prove conclusively that a paranormal rap has a very distinctive signature spectrum compared to other noises which you may introduce. So and we've dealt with over 600 now, I think, maybe more than that now in Chester, which makes the case pretty well a done deal. Right, let's see this next one. That's the frequency of that little tiny reflection. So I've got no amplification at all. Okay, and that's rep 3. I'll turn this on, we can actually hear what it sounds like. Listen to both of them. That sounds like a voice in the middle of them two. Would you say that's a voice? Certainly human frequency. Just not quite formulating words. Let's play it with the rap. The rap's going to be quite loud, so be ready. That is strange. It does sound like the voice appears to be. There seems to be a talking voice. It stops. There's raps occur. Then the voice starts up again. Yeah. Almost it says at the beginning now, bang. Talking, stop, bang. That is incredibly strange. I'm actually going to take a copy of that. Paste in that. Excuse me. Right, okay. Volume's still up. Let's move on. We're only halfway through there. Pretty certain I've got that. No, I haven't. No, there's not enough signal. I'll put that as a low rep. It's absolutely critical. You're probably wondering why I'm going to such lengths of recording everything. We've got a piece of footage. In principle, this room should be empty. Sorry, not empty, but silent. In an 80-minute period, probably in total, we're going to be close to anything between 250 to 300 unusual sounds. That should not happen. And it's a question of analysing that, because the job is to find out what's occurred. That's our instructions from the business owner. Why are these CCTV alarms being recorded when I'm listening back and can hear all this strange sound? So our job is to go and investigate it and trying to come up with explanations. We certainly have done with some of them in the other rooms, which was down to temperature changes, freezing conditions outside, and the central heating system going off. We're able to back that up when we fitted temperature monitoring in the room. We're able to see as it's rising and falling, the bangs started to occur. And the frequency backed that up anyway. They're completely different than these rap sounds. And it's a head scratcher. You know, if you were living in this property and in 16 to 18 minutes you heard close to 300 unexplained noises, considering some of these are very loud. This is as loud as banging your hand on a table. That's how loud some of these are on volume, and there's about 4 or 5 of them in every single piece of footage, and there's 20 of them, so that's around 100 incredibly loud raps. That would drive you, if you were living in a property that was experiencing this phenomena, drive you nuts. And we're seeing it more and more in cases of these extreme haunting cases, stroke poltergeist, that it acts differently to other phenomena that we're used to dealing with, general whitey spirit stuff, that type of thing. So I don't know. So this building should be quiet, and it's certainly not anything but. So right, let's move on again. Let's turn that back up. There was some noise before. I am actually in fact going to go back to that. It sounds like voices. There we go. Same frequency again. All the volume's off. Right, let's go back to this area. I'm actually going to note that down as a voice come back. Okay. Right, that was after that one. So, in total, out of this 60-minute, 60 seconds, not 60 minutes, I do apologise, 60 seconds, we've got 3 loud raps, 5 low volume raps, 4 voice, possibly rap, we're not sure, 4 of them, and 1 voice. So in total we've got 13, 14 separate sounds in keeping with the rest of the footage. The loud raps are now beginning to get less volume. If I go back to the pattern, which is this is where I'm going to fit them now. So for example, high volume raps are 3, the low volume raps are 5, no bouncing raps, there's 4 of them, rap stroke, and one was a voice. Whoops. Helps if you spell it correctly. Okay, so we can see the raps are the biggest one at the beginning. We're into like the 9 there, and what we're seeing is when the low numbers come, they seem to the high frequencies, there's not only a couple of them, the low volume ones begin to increase. So there's 6 in total, that's 9, that's 6, that's 7, that's 8, that's 9, that's 8, 8, 8, 15, 9. So averaging out 8 to 9 raps per 60 second, would you say? Okay. So beginning to build up a picture, a pattern of activity. It'll be interesting when this is completely finished and we've done all the moves from that day. I think there's about 4 left now. So, okay, I shall see you on the next one. Thank you. Thanks for listening.